नित्यानन्देश्वर परमशिवसमारम्भाम् नित्यानन्देश्वरि पराशक्तिमध्यमाम् अस्मदाचार्यपर्यन्ताम् वन्दे गुरुपरम्पराम्. All over the world, I welcome all of you with my love and respect. Let me expand on Kailasa. Understand, I will reveal 3 important words and the truths. First word, natural selection. Second word, artificial selection. Third word, conscious selection. In evolution of life, listen, in evolution of life, if you think still the mediocre ideas of one life theories, you are fool and you are wasting your time. And especially if you strongly believe you have one life, quickly go and do whatever need to be done, you want to do. Don't be wasting your life in the reality. In reality, you have multiple lives. Let me expand on this truth. In the evolution of life, fish becoming tortoise is conscious selection. In the DNA mutation process, listen carefully. In the DNA mutation process, consciousness goes through a natural selection process. Maybe I can use a better word, conscious natural selection. The consciousness of the fish, through the natural selection process, evolves in its DNA levels through various mutation. Understand, no DNA mutation is an accident. It is surely for the sake of better way of existence. By the very tendency of the consciousness is expansion, survival and expansion, living and enriching. The very DNA's programming is integrity, authenticity, responsibility, enriching. It is integrated to its existence and authentic to its experience of identity, I, and it takes responsibility for further expansion, enriching. Because of the fundamental quality of the consciousness, consciousness goes through a natural selection process in the DNA mutation. And fish becoming tortoise is an example for this conscious natural selection process. Second, conscious artificial selection. Example for this is human beings breeding various types of dogs, various breeds and varieties of dogs. First, you understand the dog's fear, greed, and intervene artificially in its natural flow of life, and through the external intervention you start breeding various varieties based on your needs. Dog breeding is conscious artificial selection process. That's an example. Third, beyond these two, something called conscious selection process. You, human being, consciously choosing consciousness as the foundation of your very existence and liberating yourself, enlightening yourself. Moksha and Jivan Mukthi, becoming the reality of your existence, is conscious selection process. Understand? For this process, an incarnation happens. Incarnation happens to make the human being's DNA understand the conscious selection is possible and it is good. Bringing that great news to the humanity is the responsibility of an incarnation, avatar. Avatars happen for this vision. Listen carefully. For your DNA to choose consciousness and will persistence as a way for evolution, to do the conscious selection, your DNA need to be introduced to its higher possibility. If your DNA decides to do conscious selection and decides to evolve its DNA through the mutation, through will persistence, where it is going to land, what it is going to achieve, your DNA need to be told about the end result. That is why an incarnation happens to inspire your DNA to go through the conscious selection process. Understand? I wanted to tell you one more thing. I have always seen, whenever I claim or declare my spiritual authority, statements like I am Paramashiva, I am Kalabhairava, I am Kali, or any of these kind of statements, I have always seen invariably 100% beings who listen to this directly or through digitally or any way, their DNA first experience it goes through is wondering. Wow. Then, if the DNA decides to go through the conscious selection process with will persistence, convinced about the possibility, it becomes devotion. That wondering becomes devotion. Or if the DNA decides the artificial selection process of dog getting bred. There are many fellows who are sitting to breed varieties of dogs. You are also one more variety of dog he needs to breed. Some breeds are called lawyer, some breeds are called engineer, some breeds are called army, some breeds are called doctor, some various breeds. There are many people who are sitting to breed dogs as per their will, wish, choice, taste. So they are intervening. The artificial selection system is waiting to interfere in you and breed you. Understand? If you are inclined towards this conscious artificial selection system, you get bred like variety of dogs. If you decide with your will persistence, conscious choice, conscious selection, and decide to raise yourself, then you become that super conscious being. Understand? Invariably, till now, even the so-called enemies and trolls, when I introduce the highest truth, they only fall into the wonder space. If they decide to continue, they become conscious selection beings with will persistence, start manifesting powers. But if they feel more comfortable with the people who are breeding them, this artificial selection, conscious artificial selection category, over. Then forever in their life, they live that powerlessness and they are just tamed pet. Yes, you will be very comfortable, very convenient, lots of luxuries. Understand? In the artificial selection breeding style, you will be given lots of attention and you will be taught the attention is love. Understand one thing. Real love is ferociousness. If you think attention is love, you will feel life is loveless. Any fellow who feels life is not loving, you have a wrong concept of love. You think attention is love. You started believing the idea fed into you by artificial breeding, artificial selection team. Understand? You have two teams in front of you. I should say, conscious artificial selection gang, which is breeding you, taming you, making you as a pet. And conscious selection being who initiates you, who gives that wonder in your being, in your very DNA. Your very DNA gets into that feeling of wonder. That is what is called Diksha, initiation. Your DNA coming face to face with an avatar Its extreme possibility is initiation. It deciding to do the conscious selection mutation with will persistence to achieve that state is living enlightenment. Understand, whenever Guru shows you the ferociousness, Master shows you the ferociousness, he is showering the real love. Don't think Adi Guru, the great Master Dakshinamurti and Kala Bhairava, all the ferocious forms of Paramashiva, like Kalantaka, all the ferocious forms, and Adi Guru Dakshinamurti, all of them came from the same face, south face Agora. Don't think it is coincidence. Adi Guru Dakshinamurti and Kala Bhairava, all of them came from the same face, Agora, south face. It's not coincidence. Ferociousness is a straight, intimate, raw, integrated way Guru deals you, handles you. If he has to strategize and present himself very sweetly to you, understand you do not have an integrated relationship with him. You have a strategic relationship. He will also be having a strategic relationship. Ferociousness is Paramashiva dealing you with his own hands, with his empty hands, bare hands. He will never kill you. He will only hug you. Anything you see other than ferociousness, all forms of sweetness, is handling you through a strategy, means some weapon. The weapon may be looking very comfortable, but not good for you in long term. Ferociousness, straightforwardness is the best integrated, intimate relationship with Guru. Understand, my love is lubrication for your machine. My ferociousness is energy, fuel, power for your machine. Any machine can run without lubrication, but it cannot run without power, energy. My ferociousness is as important as power is needed for the machine to run. My love is lubrication, optional, which is not compulsion. Don't even expect lubrication. The 3 levels of evolution. Understand? Every day your lifestyle directly affects not just your muscle memory and biomemory, your very DNA. Every night the way you sleep, the quality of sleep directly affects your DNA. You need to understand. Consciously day in and day out, choose to manifest Paramashiva. Understand? The lifestyle of Kailasa, Charya Pada of Paramashiva, which I am proposing, whether vegetarian food, our brahmacharya life, our yoga is all for this purpose, I tell you. If you decide to have the conscious selection as your lifestyle, Kailasa is here to provide the ambience, support you completely with the right food, right way of lifestyle. Waking up in Brahma Muhurta helps you tremendously for your DNA to go through the conscious selection process. And I tell you, every time you decide to be brahmachari, celibate, not give time and attention and energy to your sexual orientations and lust desires, and decide consciously to be celibate, I tell you, every time you consciously choose, your DNA goes through a quantum jump, a superconscious breakthrough, gets ready for power manifestation. Especially with this powerful cognition, with this understanding, if you choose, I am choosing now brahmacharya celibacy because I want my DNA to have a conscious selection process and go towards Paramashivatva, Paramashiva. With my will persistence, I am proceeding. Let my muscle memory, biomemory, very DNA have the superconscious breakthrough and manifest powers, state, space, powers, being, superconsciousness of Paramashiva. Understand? 3 ways of life. Evolution. 1. Natural selection. A fish becoming tortoise, tortoise becoming pig, and that's natural selection. Then artificial selection. Human beings breeding dogs. Then conscious selection. Understand? Very few human beings choose the third kind of a lifestyle. If you choose the third lifestyle, which I am saying, conscious selection, then choose Kailasa. I am here for you. Choose Kailasa. In Kailasa, every instruction, every lifestyle you are expected to live. Waking up in Brahma Muhurta, brushing your teeth with a neem stick, or haritaki powder, or charcoal powder, or salt. From that to enema, jalabasti, or yoga, everything is for conscious selection with will persistence, altering the very way you exist and manifesting superconsciousness. Understand? That is why I am saying anyone struggling or enjoying, even if you live in Kailasa with your will persistence, you are moving towards superconscious being, superconscious breakthrough. Every Gurukul child is equivalent to $1 trillion because he is getting the best from the very young age. He is now entering into conscious choice selection. of his DNA mutation with will persistence. He is not getting bred. He is not getting bred like dog breeding. No. Understand, especially brahmacharya. Why this brahmacharya, Unless you decide with your conscious will persistence, you can never be successful in brahmacharya. Brahmacharya proves whether you have decided with your will persistence. Even your decision to practice brahmacharya proves the strength of your conscious choice and your will persistence, your decision. Nobody else has brainwashed you. You can never practice brahmacharya through brainwashing. Understand? Only if you received the ferociousness from the Adi Guru Dakshinamurti, you can be Veerabhadra or Gajasamhara. Veerabhadra, Gajasamhara, both the ferocious forms came out of Dakshinamurti from the same face Ahora. Understand? Veerabhadra, Gajasamhara, Dakshinamurti. All three. Dakshinamurti, the Adi Guru, such a silent, beautiful, smooth teaching form, and ferocious form, Gajasamhara, Veerabhadra, and Nilaganta, who drank the poison. All of them, all the ferocious forms, came out of the same form, Agora, same face, Agora, south face. It is not coincidence. If you have received ferociousness of the Guru, you will have a strength, conscious choice, conscious decision, strength to practice brahmacharya. Nobody can practice brahmacharya by getting brainwashed. Only if you decide consciously, you can practice brahmacharya. Every time you practice, your DNA goes through a quantum jump in superconscious level. Conscious choice, conscious selection happens in your DNA. With will persistence, your whole DNA evolves to the superconscious level. You are not bred. Nobody is breeding you. Nobody can breed you. If you decide to choose conscious selection process, and I tell you, no human being should allow artificial selection process to be done on them. Every human being should decide conscious selection. If animals are tamed, made to pet and somebody is breeding the animals, what else? Of course, they have no choice. I don't want to say it can be allowed, but they have no choice. Don't be animal allowing somebody to breed you. No. Don't allow any system to breed you. Decide to be conscious selection as a method of your DNA mutation, and use will persistence and live the lifestyle of Paramashiva in Kailasa. Raise yourself to superconsciousness. I have no vested interest. My only interest is revealing the reality to you. Start living Charya Pada, lifestyle of Paramashiva, organic food, vegetarian food, I tell you. If you have to directly kill the animal and eat, 99% of the people will become vegetarians. Only demons, 1% will continue to eat non-veg. If you have to directly kill by yourself and eat, 99% of the people will become vegetarians. Lifestyle of Paramashiva. Lifestyle of Paramashiva. Charya Pada of Paramashiva. In Kailasa. Kailasa provides you the right ambience, knowledge, support system. Kailasa is nothing but a beautiful spiritual enlightenment ecosystem, support system for you to have conscious selection as your DNA mutation process and through will persistence achieving superconscious breakthrough. Your body, mind, muscle memory, biomemory, DNA, everything gets integrated to manifest the state, space, powers, being and superconsciousness of Paramashiva. If you have a body and free will, be in Kailasa, February 1st. If you have kids for whom you are deciding, bring them along with you to Kailasa in Bangalore, Adi Kailash, February 1st. Experience Paramashivatva and be part of any one Kailasa. If you can take responsibility, create one Kailasa somewhere. That's it. That's all it takes. That's all it takes. Be part of any one Kailasa till you manifest Paramashivatva. Once you are ready, create one more Kailasa wherever possible. Send your registrations, enroll yourself today. kailasavasi.kailasa.org. I tell you, superconscious breakthrough is possible. Paramashivatva is possible. Manifesting the ultimate enlightenment, state, space, powers, being and superconsciousness of Paramashiva is possible. The great news is now it is available for all of you. Welcome to Adi Kailasa on February 1st or March 1st or April 1st. 3 batches of Paramashivatva. Who wants to become Kailasavasis? The initiation and training course, experiential program is happening. Come and be part of Kailasa with the will persistence. Make the conscious selection as your DNA mutation process and have superconscious breakthrough. Have power manifestation as your lifestyle. With this, I welcome you all and I bless you all. Let's all radiate with integrity, authenticity, responsibility, enriching, causing, living, Shuddhatvaita Saivam, Paramashivoham, the eternal bliss, Nityananda. Thank you. Be blissful.